Bizarre Brain Comics. Hello, my comic book friends, and welcome to Bizarre Brain Comics. I'm Gary, your host. And this is where I like to take a look at some older comics, talk a little bit about the characters and creators, and examine the stories and the art. This time's a little different. Yesterday, while I was running a couple of errands, I decided to stop at Thrift store, the Arc Thrift store, and look through the book section, because sometimes they have some comics or comic-related stuff, and see what they got. Well, I found quite a bit there. I was surprised, because I had to dig for them, because this stuff was scattered all over the place, and so it's stuff that and the whole kit and caboodle cost less than $20. I think the most expensive any of them was $2.50, and so before I get into that, first I want to remind you my books are available. Bizarre Brain Comics anthology, some humor and some adventure stuff. Let's see. And Bizarre Brain Comics presents Heroes, just a little more mainstream. Has some superhero stuff, and you see there, and that's got some horror stuff, and it even has a Western story in there. $7.99 each. Available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble online stores, and other online booksellers. So, and I also wanted to mention, a few weeks ago, and I keep forgetting to mention this, but I've been meaning to, and I just remembered, so unfortunately I have forgotten the man's name, this commenter's name. I'll mention it again sometime when I've got his name. Hey Family, yeah, that's the name. Hey Family. He did a couple versions of fan art of me, and I love it. It's funny, but it's on my phone. I don't have printing capability, so sometime when I can get a hard copy, I will show it to you. So, and I do want to thank him for that. I've been meaning to for quite a while. I just keep forgetting when I shoot my videos. Okay, now these are some books that I got at the Arc bookstore, at the Arc thrift store. And this is one, The Legion of Regrettable Supervillains, featuring the 50 strangest supervillains in the history of comics. And this is the Loot Crate edition. I didn't know they had that. This is by John or Jan Morris. Not sure how that's supposed to be spelled. Pronounced. And you can see some unusual looking characters on this cover. And it is text and pictures, like Mr. Knight of Wild Comics, and Minuteman, Mr. Skeleton, and Satanus, and so I'll want to read that, and I'll probably go into some deeper into that sometime. So, then here's another one that, well, it looks like a digest or a comic right here, Justice League, but it's not. It's Darkseid and the Fires of Apocalypse by Derek Fridolfs and Tim Levins. Yeah, Tim Levins did the art, but see, it's a children's book, so text, but it does have a lot of illustrations, and of course this is the Justice League from the animated series version. And what year was this? I've forgotten. 2017. So this isn't all that old, and it's well after the animated TV series. Come on, where's another? There we go. You can see some of the artwork on that. Oh, that looks kind of cool, and cheap, so I thought I'd get it. Now, here we have Goosebumps Horrorland, 2 books. Now, I'm not a big Goosebumps, but I liked the movies, and I had seen a couple of the episodes, and of course, I was an adult, so I didn't read Goosebumps. when these came out. But I did get one that was something about a mutant. I've forgotten the name. So I had gotten that. But then I liked the movies, and I thought I had picked up some of the Scholastic graphic novels based on some of the Goosebumps stories. And I liked those. So I thought I'd get. I've got a couple of other original Goosebumps books elsewhere, and so I saw these and Horrorland. I might check these out if I'm able to actually read them, because they're on such a low level for reading skills. That is, but they're fine. They're fine. I'm not denigrating anybody there. And they look kind of interesting. Then we have a graphic novel. I had a few graphic novels there, and this is Lumberjanes: The Infernal Compass, New York Times best-selling series. Now, I've heard of Lumberjanes, but I've never seen it before, so I thought I would check it out. There's some interest, obviously. Looks like it's got some sci-fi as attached with some camping foresty type stuff. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know anything about it. And here's a color section, some unrelated stories. So we'll probably see some more of that. Then we have here. That's surprising. This all out trade paperback. Supergirl, the New 52, Volume 1, Last Daughter of Krypton. So this is when they rebooted the character, by Michael Green, Mike Johnson, Mahmoud Asrar. And this had previously had an incarnation as a library book. And I want to mention here, I've said several times before, but I want to remind everybody that you don't have to buy comics to read them, because most libraries carry comics and graphic novels of a variety of stripes, and in trade paperback and hardback, and some of them even have the floppy books. And I've bought several that were from discard from the library, and I've even covered some here that I got from the library that were still library books. And so you don't have to, and most libraries, if they have the funds for it, you can go and request that they buy a specific book. So if there is a graphic novel or something that's just out of your price range or something, but you want to read, they may be able to order it for you if it's available, and if it doesn't, bust their budget or something. So you can get a little sample. Some nice artwork here. This is so when Superman and Kara Zor-El, our first meeting. It's a completely different from their first meeting 60 years ago. And here's something I'd never heard of before, but this is book 3, Princeless, Raven the Pirate Princess. Book 3, 2 boys, 5 girls, and 3 love stories. And it has some decent art. It looks fantasy oriented. I don't know. I don't know anything about it, but it looks like a few pages may be missing in the beginning, but it doesn't look like they're pages of story. And also, I was just thumbing through it. Some of the pages are loose, and this is also a former library book. Then have here, I was surprised to see this, Simpsons Comics Meltdown. I always liked the Simpsons, even though I haven't watched the show in ages. And Simpsons Comics from Bongo Comics. They're always fun. But I would have preferred, but beggars can't be choosers. I really would have preferred if this had been Bart Simpson's Treehouse of Terror, because I love those books, and those are the episodes that I like to watch the best. And that'll be fun. Till her daddy takes a T-bird away. Then this isn't a comic either. This is but it's one step away from it. Harper Festival children's book of the Amazing Spider-Man Clash with the Rhino. And of course, comic book style art. Simple reading book for young readers. And I got it primarily for the art. And I like the Rhino. I just haven't seen much of the Rhino in decades, but so that could be some fun. Now we got to some real floppy comics. DC Comics. This is from 2017, 20. I forgot. I looked at it. Doesn't matter. DC Comics Brightest Day, number 23. The Four Elementals, or Four Elements. I know nothing about the title or stuff. It's got a lot of familiar characters in it, though. This looks like John Jones, but he's not. I don't know. Could be interesting. And then Wolverine Origins. I had one or two issues from earlier issues. This is number 41. Some nice, real nice artwork. And this has him tangling with Scar, the Hulk-related character. But this has some real nice artwork in here. Real nice artwork in there. So, and I'm a Wolverine fan. Maybe because of the new Deadpool Wolverine movie, I might read it and cover it. Oh, I don't know. And then we'll finish it up here with this magazine. It was a collectible poster inside. Well, it's not really, but it's Iron Man and Hulk Special Edition. This is a Marvel Adventures type magazine, and it's I think it's exclusively reprinting stories. And this is from about 12 to 14 years ago. Reprinting stories from elsewhere, and it does have a sheet of trading cards of characters. And that looks like some fun. It's got the Hulk in it. Hulk smash! So that should be fun. So that's what I had to share with you this time around. Yes. And I do thank you for joining me. Please like, share, and subscribe. Do leave your comments down below. Are there any of these books here ones that you would be interested in seeing in more detail? And I might dive into them. Let me know in the comments below. Ooh. And remember, comics are art.